Manifestation, it got to be real, because everybody walk around manifestation in their life. Let me tell you what I mean. If you think about something and you feel a certain way and you say it's kind of like gonna pop up, a lot of people don't know this. Let me tell you what I mean. You got somebody in the hood, right? They f***ed up and they go to the church and they think it's gonna make it better. So they get past the ELI 10% of their earnings. But when they go home, all they still f***ed up. But see, the pastor just manifested that 10%.
And we back again. 607 and up. Diddy the priest.
Not the punk. Not the punk.
Not the punk.
Yeah,
right. Not the
well,
punk.
not the
607
punk.
up.
Not
the punk. Diddy the priest.
Wait, he said my name wrong, gang.
You didn't say nothing else about his name. You just said right?
Yeah, but he said not the punk.
All right, man. It ain't Sunday yet. We don't got thought like that.
Hey, thanks, man. Sunday. Diddy the priest. Why you always bring up the punk? We ain't about saying nothing about the punk. That's what
Let's get it started. It's the real spirit party. You cannot get in. Moses off the drink and Jesus off the gin. I swear to God on my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be a good night. We're starting out strong.
I'm not playing with Unc tonight, man. I'm not playing with Bishop tonight, and I'm not playing with Unc tonight.
What's in that cup, man?
Oh, but ain't no such thing as good.
But what's in that? What's in that cup though? No, he's drunk.
Lamb chop.
He's a drunk preacher today. I know they say the priest can drink wine. The priest for the wine.
Larry Wine was.
Oh man.
Let's go, gang. Let's get it started.
Let's get it started. First question. Is manifestation real or just a delusion?
So we talk about manifestation?
Is it real or is it just a delusion?
I take this first. Manifestation, it got to be real, because everybody walk around manifestation in their life. Let me tell you what I mean. If you think about something and you feel a certain way and you say it's kind of like gonna pop up, a lot of people don't know this. Let me tell you what I mean. You got somebody in the hood, right? They f***ed up and they go to the church and they think it's gonna make it better. So they get past the ELI 10% of their earnings. But when they go home, all they still f***ed up. But see, the pastor just manifested that 10%. That's what's going on, because he stood up and he said, bring it in. Let's give God his 10%. But when if God spends some money? That's what I mean. He's talking about manifestation. The church manifested a whole lot of wealth. That's what I'm on. Because they ain't saying they taking it in the place of God. But guess what? When last time I seen God buy a nice old Bentley? When last time you seen God? Stop playing with me. Yeah. So manifestation is going around all the time, especially in the church.
You can't start it out like that, man.
What you gotta say about that, Bishop?
Hey,
He just called you out, Bishop. What you gotta say about that now?
I know this fun. Then what you got?
No, he can't. I'm like, you know, the
I'm trying to praise these folks here. You know, you pay tithes at your house, you pay tithes at your note, okay, your car note, pay tithes for that tight hair on his head.
Well, I'm tired of ties.
Okay, he got tied in the head, his head tied up. Then you got him, got tied on all this. He gotta go out crazy. When you say 10% of the church, notice he said you pay it to God, you ain't pay it to me. I ain't trying. It's set up in a small church. You know, you barely can make it. Now, if you had a mega church, then you can't knock them, because they got books, they got they do seminars, they do conference. So everybody got a problem with money going to the church. They ain't got no problem going to the
mosque. We talking about manifestation. He defending the church and they stealing. Right, we talking about manifestation. He off topic already.
Hold up.
Soon as we talking about stealing, he's talking about 10%.
Listen.
Come on, gang.
Everybody that's standing in the line, most folks don't know only 6% of people pay tithe, 94% stealing from God.
What's the question about tithe?
So, what? Hold on, what's it? They speak on tithe, but don't know nothing about it.
But the question was not about tithe. Repeat the question, Jay.
But you just said 10%.
What's the question, Jay?
It wasn't
The question was about manifestation.
He
So
he
we'll.
said, hold up.
No, he did say something.
Think about money. Stop playing weak.
Okay, listen.
Lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Okay?
Yeah.
Locking the doors don't mean that they trying to take your money. Locking doors may try to let you know, hey, Whatever Marvin Sapp got going on, he's trying to finish. What's up? He's trying to, what he trying to do? He's trying to do what they call him to do at a conference. And every place that you go to, everybody, it take money answer all things. Yeah. Why do money has a problem when it goes down doing something in the church? They don't give you free lights, they don't give you free building, they don't give you free folks.
Here's the problem. Ain't no problem with the church and the money. The problem is we don't see where it goes because the pastor know what I'm saying, we ain't spending it, but they keep on going, they keep on collecting it. Where the fuck is it going?
Well, listen, in a small church, you ain't gonna worry about it. It ain't going too much for it. Ain't going.
I'm not talking about Pastor Eli.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not talking about Pastor Eli because this church is good. Listen.
You just said it was good.
I remember this church.
Oh, but I said it was no good.
No, I said
You a member of a church.
Oh, I just say he defended these crooked ass churches that's not he got to do is he a Christian.
I know
This church ain't nothing like theirs. We gonna defend him because he a Christian.
Watch it out.
Okay.
I'm defending because watch it out. I'm not defending. I'm just telling the truth. 96%
He
of
put
all
money in his own church.
That is wrong.
Listen, I go to his church. He put money into. He said, "Listen, we need $700." It was Sunday. I'm a member. He said we need $700. He said I'm gonna put 100 in there. Nobody stood up. I said, "Well, I got the last 6." As soon as I put the last 6, that's the number 369. He was calling me. Everybody else, I manifested. Everybody else was putting in money. That was manifestation.
3, 6.
Okay, that's manifestation then. Okay,
I'm confused. 3, 6, 9.
369. That's the number of the universe. That's the alignment. The real numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Repeat.
Oh Lord.
0 and 10 are added numbers. They don't belong.
Hold up. I feel something. You know how you feel something in the spirit? I feel something.
I'm spending something.
Is you drunk?
I'm feeling something too. I'm feeling.
He gonna me. Because see, I'm not been through all
What
that.
about manifestation? The question, mate. Y'all, that was you's a drug addict priest, and y'all can't even answer the questions correct.
What you want?
All right, back to the main question. Guys.
This is real. Most people don't know this is real. They think this is something we know. This is real.
No.
This man drug addict priest. I said, I'm on
I don't know. Listen.
Hey, Dooney.
I ain't gonna say this time. They ain't gonna let me talk.
Explain manifestation to me,
He is right.
He not on whack either. You know, some people but he is on some gin and juice.
I do use a substance and I do drink Jesus juice, okay? All right, he drunk it at the...
Dang, the question is manifestation.
Let me tell it. And then don't you start wiggling this and sit down. Okay.
Damn.
Here we go. Okay, manifestation. Can I answer that, please?
Is it real or is it fake?
And is it real? Manifestation is very real. You know what I'm saying? Even the Bible said that there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And because we connected to the spirit, you know what I'm saying? We coexist with the spirit. The spirit is our breath. Because why? Now you gotta let me talk. I gave you 80 minutes, buddy. Go. You talk. Give me 8, okay? And so here's the deal. The spirit itself connects with that which is divine. So when you speak it and you believe it and put your faith to it, then it manifests. Okay? That's when God, because you're connected to God. Now I'm gonna go to the text. Let's go to Adam and Eve. Okay, when God formed Adam, he formed him right from the dust. That's what the Bible said. He formed Adam from the dust. Now, when he formed Adam in his own image, okay?
That wasn't God. Nigga, the devil.
That's the demigod. Okay, when he formed him in his image, guess what? The dust didn't move. The image didn't move until what? Until God did what? Blew, or the most divine what? Blew is breath. Your breath is connected to the divine. So yes, you can speak life and death in the power. There's life and it's life and death in the power of the tongue. And stay with me, okay? You are connected to something that's divine that goes beyond human comprehension. So that we cannot see, and I keep telling people, it lives in us. We live in it. It is divine, and we can't see it.
I love you.
But we can attach it to a doctrine or religion, and let's talk about it.
Come on, wait.
Okay?
Hold on.
See, he touching
No.
Yeah.
You got me coming over here with you, Unc Kyle. Unc just burned off some money. I think he doing voodoo, and you ain't paying.
Mom, it's coming in the space here.
Did you just burn something that doing voodoo in front of us?
Listen, the name of Islam. Y'all prophet is coming. He in a spaceship. And it go around Earth like this.
When he down.
And it come every 250 years. See, I saw Mama. and he was manifesting.
That's smoke. I don't got smoke on this.
He was really
Okay.
white.
Here comes this.
He left to follow angels and he switched. And he told the Nation of Islam that he was black. But he wasn't. He was white. And he disappeared.
You talking about Farad Muhammad?
Yeah, right.
Look, the honorable about Farad Muhammad.
He was white.
I'm going to talk about being there.
That's a white man.
You don't know what you is. Don't go to
He
Okay.
manifested himself in a black pot.
There he go. Talk about that one top.
You don't know you a Muslim.
That's what manifestation is,
You
Jay.
don't see a priest smoke.
Okay. No, not
Boy, the
normally,
Bible
no.
said in the last day they were called evil good and good evil. I never seen a priest smoke kush. I'm almost scared. What?
When we gonna get the question?
high.
They'll say we can't never do an interview. There's never no questions asked. Jay, you terrible. You the worst.
Okay, Gary.
Hey.
You have no point to
Quiet. Cause
I got a good
This
question.
episode-
Really good
this
question.
Yo, this open up the flow.
Just over here, Judge.
Number two.
I love you. I just go
matter
smoke
of fact,
kush
Bishop Eli, tell
and
me this.
drink. You got your drink. You got your
Caution and good.
You got your. You got the voodoo doll beside you.
Now, the question was about later. Relax.
Hey, Bishop Eli, answer me
Now,
this
he
though.
offered you see it. Now, can I talk about voodoo? Can I talk about voodoo?
Wait,
Yeah, talk about it.
I'm a hot
That wasn't the
Nah, let
question.
it go. Let it
Well,
go.
y'all ready to talk about voodoo? Let's talk about voodoo because
Yeah,
I
let
am a
him
hot
go.
priest in the
So what was the purpose of manifestation? Did we get an answer? Did anybody answer that
Voodoo
question?
plays a part in the manifestation. That's
Voodoo
why I
plays
was
a
gonna
part.
talk.
Let
You
him
wanted
preach.
me to real?
Man, you were terrible. You was a terrible host.
You just
I'm the
smoke.
best.
Just smoke and wiggle or whatever the shit you do. Because you done already accept the almonds in the bag. Now let's talk about voodoo. What he just did was a ritual, okay? A ritual is something that even the Catholic Church do. They call them sacraments, okay? Rituals. One, they take it in the church, which is a cannibalistic ritual, which is the Eucharist or the Last Supper with the wine supposed to be blood and then the crackers supposed to be flesh. That's cannibalistic ritual. Now let's go to
I ain't no motherfucking cannibalistic ritual.
no, you didn't do that though, but you did a ritual.
I don't know.
And so-
This is what we've been doing since the beginning of the time.
Yeah, okay, it's a ritual.
It's not no game. We don't.
Ritual is
There's a church ritual.
It's part of that. But here, I gotta stay with me on voodoo. Voodoo is something that our ancestors practiced in West Africa. Okay,
Facts.
I think it's Dahomey.
It's crazy.
Dahomey. You can Google this. Dahomey. It's a region in Africa, West Africa. That's where voodoo comes from. And then it spread it out different parts of the world. Okay, to like Hades and things like that, probably through the transatlantic slave trade. But that's what voodoo comes from. And what voodoo means is when you tap into that, which is their ancestors, and you summon them back up.
And I don't know for
That's
ancestors.
what he be doing.
Listen.
And he be down low
That's
shit
that.
and
That's
wiggling
that.
and shit.
That's that.
Can't take it.
Listen.
Are the
Okay,
flying
let me ask you
Africans
a
doing
question.
voodoo?
And that preaching religion.
That's
It's
like-
for y'all that's for
Listen to
scholars.
me.
And he don't even know it.
Listen.
But anyway,
Are the
go
flying
ahead.
This drunk
Africans doing
fool
voodoo?
line.
Okay,
Listen.
okay.
Now,
Okay.
what he was saying was,
Yeah, I am too
Listen.
gypsy though.
You
I ain't
can't-
got to. I gotta confess. Because the priest
Okay.
Can I
don't
talk, nigga?
confess and priests
Can I
don't
talk?
confess.
can I talk?
Okay. Okay.
Let him
go
go.
ahead. Go ahead, sir, gang. 607.
I got a question though.
The
Are the flying Africans doing voodoo?
Let him down. Say that again.
Are the flying Africans doing
I'm gonna
voodoo?
turn to Michael Jackson. It's gonna be.
He done.
You heard
He
about
in
the
another.
flying
We
Africans?
gotta let it.
The spirit, hold up.
We gotta
Spirit
say.
of Michael Jackson done jumped in. That's how you do that voodoo.
Y'all playing. Y'all
He done brought Michael Jackson.
That's what he-
Hold on. Michael Jackson.
You believe that?
I don't know what he jumped into.
What I'm saying, if you don't believe,
He burned.
I'm fine with voodoo. Is real. That's what I'm saying.
But I ain't worrying about voodoo.
Hey, I got a question.
Michael Jackson
I got a
just
question
came up
for-
out of him.
for
Hold on.
you,
Let's
Bishop
see what
Eli.
Michael Jackson got to say.
Bishop Eli, I got a question for you.
Hold up. Listen,
Michael
I
Jackson.
just want to say this, brother. I'm trying to create. In order for me to create, I can't stop nobody else from creating. And I'm trying to create. In order for me to create, I can't hurt nobody else's creation. Jay, your creation is full of shit, right? And I don't mean to hurt it, but you can't even ask civilized questions, right? You sitting down here. I'm a real prophet of God, right? The monad. I'm not no fake preacher that prophesied and prayed to Jesus. Jesus was not who they think he was,
I'm gonna let you down level.
right?
Who was Jesus then?
But I'm gonna say this. In the question of voodoo and what he said, you can talk to ancestors.
Uh-oh.
But anyone that do that, they vibrate low. Listen, I'm asking you a question.
What?
Why do you need to talk to a middleman when you can go direct? The problem here is because of the middleman. Talking to the ancestors is the same as talking to Jesus. Why do you need a middleman to go through the divine?
What?
When you talk to an ancestor, that means you not got a clean enough vessel to talk to the divine like me and the pastor. You never heard him say he talk to an ancestor? When he talk, he only talk straight up. Yo, talk to all these other entities that come here dressed look like you some kind of priest. Out there with a barbershop thing on your head. What you gonna cut the devil out?
You gotta slow down, gang.
Stop playing with
Hey,
me because
question number
You
2.
ain't sharing your weed or nothing. You tripping?
Second
Yo,
question,
yo,
guys.
No. Okay.
Hey, second question, guys.
Okay. No.
what's that question?
Because-
No, with a timeline.
No.
Give us a time.
Because he got it. Hold on.
He called it.
He's drunk, bro.
He called it the weed.
No,
He ain't no weed up here.
And then I got see, they don't want me to talk because they know I'm gonna come there to straight knowledge. And then you have to get out and call me out. My name, I am a high priest in the order of the mystery sister. Now, for you, Mr. Wiggle Man, listen, you need to understand with the ancestors. Boy, you would be nothing without the ancestors.
I'm not saying
they are connected to the divine.
I'm not saying we are too. I'm not saying we don't love our ancestors.
You better
But
love
I say
your ancestors.
you go through them, you going through, you never know who you are. It's demonic. It's demonic. Whenever you put something before God, it's demonic, gang.
They are connected
You
to
you
the
Satan
divine.
hell.
What is wrong with you?
Jesus.
That G. Okay, see, you got to calm down and see the Jesus.
Psychedelics whooping his tail.
I got a question about Jesus,
Let
you
him go.
guys.
Let him go. Okay. No.
Please, y'all make me kill myself, please.
Well, don't kill yourself.
Well, you done died 5 minutes.
You'll come back to
Yeah,
life.
he good. He
He'll
good.
come back to life. He said it.
Question
Look,
number
let me
2,
finish that.
guys.
Okay, go now. He touching on. He touching on the.
Have y'all ever heard that
You
show?
gotta have
Ancient
balance.
Aliens?
What's our problem? What's me and your problem?
Okay.
It's
I have a problem.
what's the problem with the church? The problem with the church is that they put a man before God, right? Right? They put they say I go through Jesus.
He's bringing up his church.
They say I go through
He
Jesus.
goes to finish
They
church.
say I go through. No, me and you, we feel the same about this. They say I go through Jesus to get to God, right? It's a problem. Agree? Is that a problem? I have to go to somebody else to God.
That's not a problem.
Agree or not?
That's not a problem.
Agree or not? Is that a problem to you?
It's not a problem.
But you say that was wrong.
Error.
It's error. Is it all? So if that's the error, then it gotta be a fucking error to talk to the ancestors. Because he just said it is an error. This is a clerical error to do voodoo and talk to the ancestors. Stop playing on me. But you gotta make them say it. Me and the priest, me and the pastor, God, we just talked them into telling them. Now next question.
You gotta talk
Next
voodoo,
question.
and you gotta
Was
talk to the
Jesus
ancestors.
an
That's what it
alien, a
means.
prophet, or a man?
We want to talk about. Hold on. We want to talk about stuff. It's over. We have no facts to throw. It's over. When you Google voodoo, it tells you this.
Yeah, the
So
conversation is over.
you can't be conflictable
Oh,
to the
Question number
information.
2.
Huh?
But you can't. Hold on, let me say something.
How much time we got left?
Let me say something.
Oh, they got up and pressed, but now I'm through. You go ahead, bitch.
Let me say.
Yeah, press your thing.
Cause Unc made a statement about why do you need a mediator or somebody to talk to God. First of all, you got to know your condition. If you don't know your condition and you don't know what kind of situation you're in, then you never can understand why you have to have a mediator. A mediator, not necessary that God need a mediator for you to speak to him, but a mediator is to keep you safe from the destruction of God because of his nature. His nature is holy. His nature is pure. His nature, the Bible said, owning the children of Israel said, we the only people hear the voice of God and live. We the only people. So my point is that the reason why you need a mediator because you had the high priest. There's always somebody that's a mediator to God in all things. I don't care what you're doing. Moses was a mediator. They talk about Prophet Muhammad was a mediator. They talk about Jesus was a mediator. Paul, we all mediator. Even when you're dealing with life, there's always somebody that can give you a better suggestion than others. So when we talk about the mediator, it's because man is self-destructed and man would himself. And so the reason why we need a mediator, that's the simple fact because the mediator is pure. It knows the mind and the thoughts of God. we don't know everything. We don't know the matter. So Jesus was the word of God. He wasn't just a man. He was the word of God. And that's what makes him the mediator. Because the same word that created you, it's the same word you're going to need to be able to understand the voice of God and the knowledge of God and his purpose. You can't do it yourself because you don't even know your left hand from your right. You still throw it off in everything you do in life. And so that's the reading. You see how doing it throw it off. You see, he don't have a mediator. He believe in his own self.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he do. He believe.
That's what you think.
I know.
Now, I can tell y'all this, in 2025 going into 2026, you about to see a whole different church. We are the new church. Whether you like it or not, we are the millennial
So y'all
church.
like
No, me, you, and
No.
me and Uncle already talked about it. We're gonna open up a church. You gonna
I'm not going nowhere with you, Pep.
go.
And turn the camera to the
We
right a
got
little
a
bit.
trailer.
Watch this.
We got a trailer.
Look what he just said. Look what he just said. He smoked.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
don't get to smoke.
I ain't talking no more until
Y'all get to drink.
I'm done. I'm not talking no more until
Y'all get to drink and smoke.
because you're not gonna join our church. You want us to join your church. I want you to join our church.
You join God.
Huh?
You join God.
We already we got
What you got on your road?
That's that. Not any of the roads. That would. Why you just?
He
I don't say he does. Hey, you hear him over here? He tripping. Bounce up and tripping.
Well, not-
Listen.
But anyway, come on. I'm ready for your ass.
No. First of all, we're going to mediator. We're going to mediator. Just hold on.
Turn the camera to the
He
right a
said
little
he's a
bit.
mediator to go to get to God, right? That was the problem in the first place. When it's everything created, it was no mediator. The Demiurge thought he was God, and everything else been a mirror, right? See, he still only using five of the senses. He think we live in the material world. See, the way to God has been mirrored by so many different people that there's really no direct way to God, right? Because God is not even God. There's no God. Let me tell you what I mean. To call God God is a disrespect. Notice I said to call God God is disrespect. I'm a God. So it has to be something better. He has to have a better name than God, right? So it has to be something like the monad or the divine, right? Because this outside of us, outside of our thinking, outside of our knowledge. See, the real God has no gender. It's not a male. It's not a female. It don't walk around in this priest stuff. It don't smoke blunts, right? It don't take collections, right? It ain't GDBD Vice Lord, right? But it's everything I just said.
Hold up. He got a good point. Now listen. God don't have no attributes of man. He can't change that. When we use the word God for that, it's really disrespecting him because he's greater than anything that come out our mouth. But we use those language where we can understand each other. Like, he a mediator, but he's not a good mediator.
Mediator for what? The
God, say, he a man, I'm a man,
Hey,
and say
hold
he's
that thought.
Jesus. Hold on,
Hey,
say
listen,
he
hold
was
that
the
thought.
mediator. He the priest. Hold on, a good example. Listen, he the priest.
You know
He the
I'm
priest.
changing my name after this night.
He-
I will tell y'all. You
Hold
God.
on, hold on. Here it is.
I'm about sick of-
He the priest.
They don't
Here it
say
is. That's
that.
a good example. The mediator.
Change my name.
The reason why Jesus took the mediator, the man out of, because the priest still smoke weed.
Yeah.
The priest still weed. The priest still.
Jesus don't lie.
The priest still cuss.
And the church still
Well,
drink.
they ain't trying to do right.
Little bit.
The priest was a the
I
priest
ain't
still
trying to do
the
right.
priest still freaky. What's it there? The priest, listen up.
I love women.
Okay, the
That's
priest,
it.
The priest.
I love my wife.
Listen, I understand.
But why?
So he had to move him out and put the word in there because the word don't detour from God's will. The word know the mind of God. The word know the path of life. So that's who Jesus is. He is the mediator for man. He's the light of man. I can't put him in the middle because when I look at him, he got a lot of issues going on.
Well, you can't put me nowhere. God,
Nah, what nothing on there in the middle but the word.
God already put me
You
there.
can't put man in there.
And he can't
you
put me
can't
there.
put your priest,
Hey,
your church.
hold on.
Who word?
What's the fucking question?
Dang, him as a bishop.
The question
Who put him as
is,
a bishop?
Hey, what
was Jesus an alien,
I know
a
he is.
prophet,
Bro, you
or a
terrible
myth?
entertainer. You work for Capone.
So what?
Hey, everybody, let me talk for 1 second.
Don't try
Was
to
Jesus
tell
an
me.
Oh, he
alien,
works
a
for
prophet, or a
Capone.
myth?
What?
Was Jesus an alien, a prophet, or a myth?
All right, hold up. Ooh,
Jesus was a what?
hold up. Was Jesus an alien, a prophet, or a myth? All right, let's
Separate now.
hold up. Let's go there. Let's start there. We can't start there like J Man. We gotta start before that. So was Jesus a prophet? Yes. Was Jesus an alien?
No.
Yes. The definition of an alien is something that's not what? What's the definition of an alien?
Not from planet Earth.
Was Jesus say, my home is where? My home is not here. I prepare a place for you that's not of here, right?
Correct.
So he was not from here, right?
He was an alien then.
So he was an alien.
That's
All right? Right. And that's definitely an alien, right? And the other thing is for Jesus being a myth, right? Jesus is also a myth. Let me tell you why. A lot of people don't believe him. See, we live in a parallel universe, right? That's what I'm telling you, 3D, 4D, 5D dimension. Whatever you believe, what you perceive as the truth becomes that reality. So for those that don't believe in Jesus, there's no Jesus. He can't help it, right? Like the pastor said, he don't want a mediator for you. I was at church with him. He said, listen, I'd rather have me a mediator than going there on alone. I'd rather have me some full coverage insurance. So for that, I can understand him. Because for those that don't know Jesus, they riding around with liability. They taking a chance, right? So we can't take chances in life. So it's better to know him. That's why I know him, right? Because not even me gonna take that chance. I got full cover, right? But so Jesus is also a myth. Jesus is also an alien, as though he a myth because he's not from here. He said the place where I'm from is the place that I could have prepared for you, right? But you can't come now. But he said, when I leave, something will come for you, and it'll be the Holy Spirit. And he said, when the Holy Spirit comes, you will do greater works than me. So I don't understand why the church still holding on to Jesus when Jesus said you can do greater works than me. So why the fuck they ain't did no greater works? They ain't did greater works because they holding on to his own works, and Jesus said you can do greater works than me.
I prove that he's right on that because for the simple fact, remember when Peter and Jesus told him, rebuke him, and they said Peter was trying to protect Jesus. He was not trying to protect Jesus. He was trying to protect himself.
Yeah.
Because he felt like, well, Jesus, if you get captivated, you get put on the cross, what we're going to do? Jesus was trying to show him, he said, I'm praying that your faith fail you not. What do you mean that your faith fail you not? Jesus trying to give him the ability to have faith because whatever he loose on earth, he said, I will lose. Whatever you bind, I will bind. Jesus was trying to give Peter the keys to do greater work. But Peter was depending on Jesus.
But all the disciples was pussy.
That's
what I'm telling y'all.
They're trying to depend on Jesus. Jesus already set the power. He said, I'm going, the same Jesus that y'all crucified, it's the same power that God going to set for on earth.
Jesus said, by time the,
He done said something. Believe it.
Jesus said, by time the crow clock 3 times,
So,
you gonna deny me
He
twice.
But if he only knew, she's going to give him the keys over power and death. And that's what's wrong with us. The church would limit because we living by who we talk to.
Yeah.
We living by we living by our knowledge. We living by priests like this here that you believe in. That you find out later night he's creeping.
Please, don't believe in me.
Got the girl
That was
inside and got all this.
God, leave. I
Not
don't
only that, not only that, he using the people
Hell no.
as a tool for, he ain't caring about their souls, he want they go. So when I look at
They don't want no fucking gold. They want the soul. We in a soul trap.
what do you just say?
You need to stop tripping.
Every time you smoke,
We ain't smoking no more around
CD
here.
River,
We not smoking no more.
I
around
think
here.
shit real. If they don't go, they want you to go.
So hey, so answer the question about Jesus. So that was
We
Hold
don't
up.
smoke around
So
here.
that was my
can't do
answer
that.
about
No.
Jesus. My answer was
He touching me
that
too much.
Jesus
And you
was
thought
all
this
game.
shit- this shit
Jesus
get
was all free.
good.
Which one was he? Oh, which one?
You need to ask him that.
I can't do this shit with y'all.
Stop touching me, man.
I can't do it with y'all.
Stop touching me. That's why he don't need to smoke, but he don't need to be around smoke.
smoke?
And you might need to stop smoking.
What we trying to teach?
Okay.
You fucking drunk.
Well, stop touching me.
Is
That's how the fuck.
no.
He drunk.
Damn. Okay, I'm drunk.
Jesus, alien, prophet.
I'm
or-
apologize.
Which one is it?
Look
prophet?
at him.
Pastor. Which one? Is it alien, prophet, or priest?
I agree with all of them, how you put it.
Y'all look like violations, man.
Well, listen, I'm not tripping. Most preachers preach better when they drunk. He don't.
We gonna get a bigger platform. Y'all gonna scoot over next time. I know that.
This platform big. You
keep touching me. Okay,
You got it in the table, man.
Next question, Jay.
Hey, we
agree.
Next
we all
question.
get three shit together. Hey,
We all agree.
we can be
that
like
Jesus
this.
is all 3. Next question.
Okay.
But I'm saying we got enough faith here.
You say
Hey.
silence.
Stop. Be quiet.
Except you to no. That's your error. Okay, I'm gonna leave him alone.
Hey,
Let him, Bishop.
technical
We can't
question.
smoke in front of him no more. Let him down low. He down low.
Hey,
Go ahead, man.
technical question. How many cameras we got?
Bro, the camera, ask the question.
Third question. Are psychedelics a shortcut to God or a dangerous illusion?
No. I don't know what the fuck that word, psychedelic. I don't know what the fuck that word means. Stop playing with me, dude.
Mushrooms.
For real,
Mushrooms.
gang. You don't ask that question.
PCP.
No.
Ayahuasca. All that good stuff.
What?
People say they talk to God. People say they talk to God when they're under the influence of hallucinogens.
What do that word
Ayahuasca.
mean?
Mushrooms. You know how mushrooms make you see stuff?
Man, stop playing with me, gang.
Mushrooms.
I don't know what the fuck that mean. You gotta ask this
you know
nigga,
about
he
mushrooms.
drunk, got it drunk.
And then,
Hey,
you know,
tell
on some
him
knowledge.
Pass on that question.
Tell him.
You want me to answer
Let
that?
Dooney had this question.
Can I answer that? Real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead,
I'm
Dooney.
gonna give you a quick answer for something. I'm about to give you a real quick answer, okay? Psychedelic, right?
Yeah.
The fuck is psychedelic? What?
He just psychedelic. I don't know that word.
Go Google
that
it.
mean?
Google it, and then you're gonna see his picture right next to it.
You
So,
kill yourself.
hold on, I gotta answer.
You gotta get
I gotta
it.
answer.
I
gotta
heard your theory.
I got a question.
We know what you're
You
gonna
unalive yourself and go to heaven and hell.
say.
Let me tell you this, all right? That is this true. That was created for a reason, right? One thing they try to do, they always try to make you believe that the reality of heaven was after you die, and it's something you had to do to achieve that you couldn't achieve it now. And by this being a soul trap, they all want to remind you that if you try to leave this trap, then you won't make it thereafter. See, that was a trick. Sort of like when they bury people 6 feet deep. Everybody's still getting buried 6 feet deep, but that started because of a plague. See, a plague started, everybody got buried 6 feet deep underground. You had to be very low up under the ground. Nowadays, not everybody buried 6 feet deep, right? When everybody should be cremated, because that's the way it's supposed to be, so your body can disattach from this plane, right? So you disattach from your body, and your soul can travel on, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, and I'm really trying to say this a whole lot of times, and I don't know why I'm steady doing this with them, because I don't like no. I don't like him, I don't like him, and I don't like you. But because of love and the fact that I got something to say, I try to teach, right? But y'all are all wrong. Everything has 1,000 possibilities. Everything is right, everything is wrong, everything is left, everything is right, everything is you, everything is me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Next question.
That
All
sounds
right, y'all
so
solved
deep,
it.
but he
Okay,
just
next
put me to
question.
sleep. Look. That sounds so deep. And this boy here, I love Dooney. But he comes out, he got so much education. He always talking about the people he
I just
knows.
read, bitch.
Talking about Tim
Listen, it's fundamental.
Jones,
Nothing wrong with reading.
Jakes. He named
That's
all
not,
these.
I'm not anti
He named
harder than nobody, okay?
He name dropped.
Listen,
But listen,
I don't know nothing.
I don't care how
Okay, for real,
educated
for real.
a fool is. If you can't contain,
I don't know everything.
you don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
God. You can't keep
I
it.
fear God.
You in.
I just don't fear the understanding you have of God.
Not that kind
The
of
most divine.
You don't fear him that way. That's why you keep saying.
Hell, listen, I smoke weed because
Okay,
of this
preacher.
drug. And let me, since he want to say weed, before we go to the next question, can I answer this? Since he want to go say weed, I already explained to everybody. I know why I smoke weed. But here's the deal.
You got some drink.
I would say that 99.5% of the world is on drugs. Some type of drug, whether it be street drugs, drugs at the pharmacy, your doctor prescribing you, behind the counter drugs, or some type of drugs that you will take herbally.
say that.
What I'm saying is you got to be on something that alters your body a certain way. So I just choose.
Well, you ain't gotta be on
Man, I don't need
That's all a
and
announcement.
Thank God, my doctor said I'm okay at my age. I like to
God.
smoke weed. I give me a little shot from time to time. But
A shot of what?
Where your church at, man?
I don't have no church. I'm just a part of the body.
So all y'all smoke weed
I
at your church.
I didn't say I had a church. I'm part of your church. Can I be a part of your church? Y'all don't, boy, I tell you. What a love, man.
Next question.
What a love. What church y'all at?
question,
Y'all
gang.
love. Y'all don't even want to answer
Next
me.
question.
I'm going back to the Potter's house.
Next question.
No, I'm
See,
going
the
back-
Texas, they locking the door. When
What you gotta say, bro? You terrible. Where you
I'm
terrible?
going to the Potter's
Why?
house. You set up. I'm going
Do
back.
people
you say
sin?
Huh? You say that again?
Everybody does this. We sin, but why do we do it?
Well, I got a question for that, right? Let me tell you something. See, the mind itself can't control whether it's sin or not. Let me tell you what I mean. Because everybody talk about sin, but we was born in a sine wave, put an E on that, we vibrating off frequencies and energies, and it's a sine wave. It ain't sin, so you have to put an E at the end. The church took that part out because they don't want you to know everything, right? But listen, I'm just gonna keep it real, right? So people saying because it is the way your mind works is like this. Say you did something to me, Jay, and say whatever you did to me is in my head. The problem is, once it's in my head, all I can do is go round and round and round and keep on coming back and back and back and back. That's how life works. It works in a cycle. So if what you call a sin is me creating something that is wrong or doing something bad to somebody, then yes. Because the only sin is when you create. If you create, don't let it hurt nobody. And if you create, don't let it stop nobody. Then the only two things that I could figure that could be wrong, but ain't no bad or good. Because even them, people have to do that for everything to balance. Right? Because let me tell you something. If the world right now would love too much like the Christians wanted to do, it will be no more world. Not earth as we know it. It'll be a high dimension, different spiritual plane. But if it vibrates low enough to where, you know, everything gonna become reality, it's gonna become solid, and there's not gonna be no connection to God, they're gonna keep that connection. Right? So either way you wanna go, you can kind of like choose. But everything got a balance. That's why you say the world's infinite, it's never gonna stop. It's gonna keep on going because we know and God knew that the people never gonna agree to go either which way. So when you ask me about can people control what they saying, I say no. People can't control what they do. Everybody is a walking recorder. We live in a simulation.
Okay. What's your opinion on that, Bishop Eli?
Well, I beg to differ. The man is born dead. Anytime you born dead, we all dead. Yeah. But that's why you gotta be born again. Like the answer. He got it bad calling the Psychedelics. He called.
Well, so they was soft.
He said they was
soft.
This what came from his mouth.
They was soft.
How do he know they? He
I know
never
they
been
soft.
with one of them. He never slept with one of them. Now he spreading the rumors on the site.
They was soft. Cyphers are off.
Right there. But because you decide
They ain't sweet at the cheek.
to turn the other cheeks, or because you decide to love is good because God is love. Without love, I wouldn't be on this broadcast dealing with these fools. Without love, I'd be wanting to get white man for what he did to our ancestors. Without love, I wouldn't forgive my family. I wouldn't forgive what they did and turn it back. So love is powerful because love is God. Love ain't nothing but a force of God energy of who he is, and it teaches us how to love each other when we won't tear each other head out, but he won't steal from me. Now, I like Unc say,
Ain't nothing like me.
but look. It's no way if I didn't have love, look at Unc her. Look at her again. No, look at her. What's her? It's spooky. There you go. Listen, it's her. It's spooky.
This dude weird as shit. Like, joke. It's nobody saying. We talking about backward guy.
I think it's voodoo. Listen, I think it's spirits in his hair.
It is.
It's spirits hiding in his hair, bro. It's hiding his hair, and when you put all this smoke and burn up money.
Sir, like he brought up money. I said put it in the collection plate.
No.
Yeah. He wanted
He burned into his God money. Guess what else he said? Don't he must be looking for Jesus? He said, why you looking at my God? I could have robbed God. Cause I sure ain't gonna pay my
you
time.
need to cut that out.
So I seen all this spirit just wait a minute. Listen, what's that?
You need to cut that.
So his energy,
You got the bishop up here lying.
no. His energy,
good,
you
bro.
can feel it. That's
So
when he burned that.
Oh man, he tripped.
It's a sign to pour demons up out of him.
Okay.
Demons, they like the demons. They don't like you put big money.
Okay.
So demons would kill you for money. Demons would do anything.
Jay.
They would sell their body for money.
Oh,
They
man.
do for money. So listen.
Well, I don't do none of that.
You do a whole lot of stuff, man.
No, he be saying this. Bro,
Hey, dude, what you
Jay,
gotta say about saying?
Hey, Jay, this normally
What you
good,
gotta say
bro,
about
but this
saying,
time he kind of intoxicated, man. Like, no, for a second. For
Like Jesus turned the water into wine. I know they turned up in that motherfucker, man. Trust me. They got the Bible said they got married. Okay, see, he touching on me. I'm trying, and he touching on me.
Okay, let us finish.
No,
We'll just sit down.
no.
Okay.
We gonna
Next question.
Sit down. We're
Next
gonna
question.
sit down. Oh, we gonna answer this. Go ahead, man. Go, ask the people.
I'm trying to, you got the teach, and you drunk the teach.
Let him download. While he download, ask the next one.
Next question. There's a current events question. It's popular media. It's black culture. It's everything. What's you guys' take on P. Diddy right now?
A lot.
He was a
Everybody talking
billionaire.
about
He was a
I don't
big
think
dog.
P. Diddy did it because we all did something. We all P. Diddy.
church is
All of us is P. Diddy. I ain't
All
gonna
of us-
All of us is P. Diddy. Let me tell you why we're all P. Diddy.
He tripping.
We all been lied
P.
on.
Diddy down.
We all been accused for something that we don't have facts about. We all done made mistakes. We all done did some things that we're ashamed of.
P. Diddy.
We all did it. That's why we call Diddy did it. We all did it. Now watch this here.
What the?
So this is the thing. We always focus on P. Diddy, but I keep telling folks the love of money, man, it deceives all people. I seen what Diddy did. It was wrong how he took and drugged that girl. I told him that they're gonna use that video to draw a picture in the people's head to manipulate and deceive them for what they want the people to believe. Diddy don't have a chance if God don't intervene on his behalf.